Looks good. Coach. Question. Coach, when you ready?
Yeah, just obviously that was a really good win for us. Emotional win last night, quick turnaround. Guys go to class, come back, we eat at noon and here we go. And, played a few different guys today and give them another opportunity or their first opportunity this week and pitched some different guys. And again, we got behind and fought back. And I think 2 different times we were behind, maybe 3. And, used the sack bunt a couple times today, once effectively for sure, scored a couple after that. And sack fly, just kind of manufactured some runs. And 2 solo homers. But a really nice job again by the bullpen. Stone there just threw get me over fastball and the guy hammered it. A lot of times you'll see somebody take one there, but great job responding and striking out the pinch hitter on 3 pitches and just big wins for us in the midweek.
Yeah, Dave, I guess following up on that. I mean, you have a rough series in Alabama. You got to go back on the road. How good is it to come home and play? I would say quality program and win 2 tight games.
Yeah, it's real good. I made the comment a couple of days ago that I was glad we were playing a Power 5 school and team that already had like 26 wins and had some good numbers. We were going to have to play good or take advantage of some things to find a way to win one of them, much less 2. And I thought our guys did a really good job. They showed up mentally both days, played super hard, and today was the day that we could have just kind of said, okay, well, we got ours yesterday. It's not going our way, but they just kept swinging and getting on base, and they grinded out some at bats, got some walks, hit by pitch, and manufactured that run there in the 8th, and that ended up being the big run.
Yeah, that ended up being a big run. That ended up being a big double play ball because then it's a solo home run, not a 2-run home run.
Yeah.
How big are those things? Just the way it happened.
This game's funny. You line out, you blue balls in, you hit hard ground balls at them, you hit choppers to get in, and it's sometimes you have to be a little bit lucky, and we were that. But we also, when you think about it, the play Stovall made, that was definitely a skill play with the headlong dive like that. He couldn't get the ball out of his gloves; it was kind of stuck in his web. And it might have been a double play. And then, lining into the double play there. That's the way the game is sometimes. It can be kind of cruel to you, but we kind of feel we had a lot of that happen to us this past weekend. We hit balls hard, especially on the ground, but we hit them at them. And, over time, it'll even up. I feel like we might have got a break or 2 today for sure.
Yeah, this was by far the longest outing of the year for Cooper Dossett. Just what did you make of his performance today?
I thought he was really good. Where he comes out and he goes like 3-0 and comes back, gets a guy. I think he might have done it one other time, and stuff was good. The ball really they hit him hard there, lined out to right field, and the other play. But he threw good. He hadn't thrown in a while. Stuff's good. One time through the order was probably good, and he helped get us through that, like the 7th, 8th, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever it was. And it was at a time that we needed it. We needed somebody to come in and give us not just 1, but maybe 5 or 6 outs.
And Fisher, I know he gave up a couple of runs, but he gave you 4 innings. Just what did you think of his start?
Yeah, the first inning was really good. The second inning, they hit the ball extremely hard. We got out of it, only giving up 1 run. And we should probably, was that the inning that we didn't catch pop up? Or was that the 3rd? The 3rd, it looked like they could, they were going to have a big inning. Should have got out of it just 1 because we didn't catch pop up. But, that's tough air for Stovall. He's on that side of the bag. Shortstop's over here, and he's trying to help him out because the last second, he realized he didn't going to catch the ball. And he's staggering over there trying to find the ball. And, yeah, it's too bad. But, just really good job coming back and giving us the 4th. And he really got his changeup going and got a couple strikeouts.
You guys had Peyton Holt and Ben McLaughlin lead off the inning by getting on base. And then, of course, Aloy and Wagner drove them both in. What did you think of that inning right there in the bottom of the 6th?
Well, that again, it's an inning where we manufactured a little bit, but we also got a big hit or 2. And Lloyd didn't have a great game at the plate, really, and he was a little frustrated, but he got a big hit there and, probably carried up from last night. Didn't have a great day last night. And then today wasn't going good, but then he got the big hit. And, yeah, I mean, it's hard, like I said, it's hard to get 2 and 3 hits in an inning. If you're going to score a couple runs, usually something's happened. They've walked you, hit you. They've given you a free pass, and we took advantage of it that inning and scored 2 instead of 1. And that was big.
Firstly, Jason's all right, I guess, after being hit in the head.
Yeah,
He came back.
Yep. He's good.
And then can you just walk us through, all the substitutions that were made in the 8th and kind of the explanation that you
No,
got?
not really. But what happened with Jason was, you have a concussion protocol. He can leave the game and come back if we want him to. So I took him out. He seemed to be fine. He got checked out. They said he was fine. And let Wilmsmeyer go in there. And, when that first happened, I was pretty much informed that, I could probably re-enter. Number 1 didn't really count, putting him in if you took him back out. Well, then I was told after they conferred that one of the umpires said, no, he's in, you can't re-enter him. So just left Jason in. And I kind of thought that might happen. And it wasn't a major ordeal, but I would like to have put that center fielder back in there for defense. But, I was good with the outfield alignment. I put who was it? Helfrich into pinch hit because he takes good swings off lefty, and he didn't even get anything close. I even green lighted him 3-0. He threw it 2 foot outside. It's kind of strange. And then obviously we re-entered Jason, and he got hit with the first pitch, and that ended up being a huge run for us. So that's really all we did.
With the way Jason played the last couple of days, do you look at him maybe in a weekend type role?
Yeah, especially against maybe some left-handed pitching.
Mhm.
Because I thought he played good, played hard, had some good at bats, had really good bats off the lefties, and had a couple pretty good at bats last night, obviously with those doubles. So it's good to get another guy in the mix and brings a little power too, a little different.
I know you didn't have to bring him in, but I think we saw Dylan Carter getting loose in the
Yep.
bullpen. So is he good to go?
Yeah, he was next, and we were planning on bringing him in for an inning or something, but we decided just to go back with Dossett because he was throwing the ball pretty good, and at the time it was what it was. We know he's healthy. He says he's 100% pain free and good to go, but yeah, he was ready to go, and we were going to bring him in if we got into a jam there in the 9th.
Texas Tech looked like a different kind of challenge than what you've had in the midweek to this point. I mean, from your point of view, how much more so?
Well, offensively, the lineup's deeper than maybe some of the midweek lineups. It's not like sometimes you get to some schools, you look at the batting average pretty good the first 3 or 4, and then it starts to fade. Maybe the last 3 are not doing well at all. More defenders. These guys were more offensive, deep lineup where you got to try to maneuver through it every inning. More like league play for us.
So looking for ahead to South Carolina this weekend, that 3-headed hitting that they've got with Petrie and Messina and Cassis, you're able to shut them down last year. But what have you seen from them, and what makes them so challenging?
Well, obviously those guys are veteran hitters, and they all have power too. It's not like they're just hitting for an average or getting on base, slapping it all over the place. They're hitting the ball over your head. You have to. They're all dangerous. So, you can't really look past one to get to the other. Obviously we haven't seen them in person, just watching video and watching some live games when they're playing, and then going off of what we know about them from playing them last year. So. We'll revisit all that stuff starting tonight and tomorrow, and we'll get out of town and work on them on Thursday as well and Friday morning before we play.
I think y'all are 7-2 in 1-run game, something like that. Besides talent and skill and all that, what goes into being able to win 9-8 and 5-4 and against good teams?
Well, on the pitching side, defensive side, we throw a lot of strikes and we don't make too many mistakes in the field. Really, we didn't make one today, except we just didn't catch a pop-up. That wasn't like we booted a double play ball that cost us a couple runs, but that when we didn't catch the ball, it cost us a run. And we've been able to stay away from, giving up, pretty the cricket inning, the cricket number, so to speak, we hold them to 1. And, that's why we've been able to stay in games, and then we find ways to win it, whether it's with the big hit or a bunt or, just manufacturing or whatever. We have an interesting offense, they can be really good sometimes. And sometimes it's like, it's quick innings, and it's, it can be frustrating, but what we do, because we can pitch, is we stay close and we were confident. And then, we've just found ways to win. When you don't screw up a lot, you're going to win those 1-run games.
Yeah, Dave's 25 straight home wins now. I mean, I guess somebody will beat you here eventually again. Do you remember the last time you lost a home game?
Yeah. First weekend on
Yeah.
on a Sunday.
Okay.
So pretty good team too. They've been doing well.
It just, what do you think about that streak? I mean, it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, man. That's why they call it a streak. Just keeps going and going and going. But I don't know what to tell you. It's great job. Just keep winning at home. It's been nice. We need to go win on the road.
And then I guess Peyton's Holt has played all 3 outfield spots. To me, looked pretty good in center.
Yeah.
I don't think he had hit today, but he hit the ball hard a couple times. Just kind of, how do you like him now? Maybe what he's giving you and helping you.
Yeah, I like what I see out there. He's athletic, and obviously he runs well. He looks like he's seeing the ball pretty good off the bat. His reads have been pretty good, and he's been taking extra reps out there during batting practice instead of like maybe getting some extra hitting in the cage with his group or doing the base run. He's just been going to the outfield and just taking fly balls off the bat, working on the reads, because that's key to being a good outfielder, seeing the ball off the bat, that first step. And he's done a good job. And I like what he brings. He brings some energy, brings a little speed to the base paths, a little bit of power, and some attitude. So we need that.
You think he'd be in left again for Carolina?
Maybe in center.
Yeah, or he'll be somewhere. I take it.
Yeah, you're going to be in the lineup.
And then, okay, is the rotation stay the same?
Yeah, I don't see why we're going to change it.
Yeah.
I'll let you know, but as of now, that's what it is. Yeah.
And then one more, how good is it to go to Carolina? It's a tough place to play, obviously, but now you're going with some momentum.
No, they're really good, and they're good at home. It's a tough place to play. It's going to be warm. I mean, maybe the first day really warm, kind of cool down from there. So I'm glad we got to play in some warm weather today and then last night. And yeah, I mean, it's like all SEC venues. It's tough to win on the road. You got to go over there and you gotta play hard, and you got to play smart. And when you get a chance to score, you got to score. And so we know what's ahead of us.
And Kendall Diggs, is he still looking good to practice tomorrow, like you said yesterday?
Yeah. Practice tomorrow, hopefully. And, they said he should be good to go Friday. So if he is, he'll play.
All right, coach.
Okay, thank you.